Hello. Today I'm in Manyata Tech Park in Bangalore. I came here for conducting a workshop on emotional well-being and emotional intelligence. And I just wanted to share something with you. So there's a beautiful bunch of women that I had an opportunity to share my learnings with and help them, provide them a different perspective to look at their emotions than they have been looking at, right? And it's what's so interesting is I want to tell you that my immediate reaction, I've given these talks for a large number of times. I've been doing this work for 5 years. Literally, to my individual one-on-one clients, I work with them, teach them and coach them on these topics regularly, right? On a weekly basis. And I've conducted multiple workshops before that on the same topic, and this content is nothing new to me. I just find different ways of saying it every time, right? But what's interesting to me is how much my brain still produces that thought, like, oh, maybe I should have done it better, maybe I didn't do this right. Like, immediately what I notice is every time I conduct these sessions, there's obviously confidence in terms of, yes, what I'm saying is proven, tried and tested, right? But there's also that part of me which is constantly looking for, what did I do wrong? Like, what did I not do right? And I know now, having done this work, that part is just the practice thought pattern. There is nothing wrong I've done. I am where I am. I put my best foot forward with speaking the way we're speaking. Like, there's a limited time, there's a lot to work through. So of course, there are always going to be places, there are always going to be topics or examples that I could have given, but I couldn't because of the time, right? But that thought process, which in some ways one can argue drives excellence, that is really important to me. But in other ways, it just takes me down because it doesn't even let me feel good about the amazing job that I've done. And I thought this really interesting because this lined up with the conversation we were having in the workshop itself, that your emotions are always giving you a message. Now, sometimes that message is taking you further along and its message is telling you you're not lining up with your own desire. But the other times, that message is telling you you're just thinking what you've always thought, that is not useful, and that's creating an emotion that's keeping you in an uncomfortable space. And so it's time to change your thinking. It's time to be more compassionate with yourself. It's time to really take care of yourself, right? And both go hand in hand. You have to first make it okay for you to have the experience that you're having, and then accept it. And then you also then have to look for what are the ways I could think differently about the situation so it lines up with where I want to go in future, right? I don't know whether it's making sense to you. It is making sense to me, but I just wanted to record it anyway. So your emotions are important, my friend. They're so important. Your emotions are perhaps your best friend in this whole damn world. If you just learn to believe in your emotions more than we believe in anybody's words, anybody's right or wrong, good or bad, positive or negative, right? It only happens when you create that space for yourself to actually listen in. If you've not been in the space where you've been listening to your emotions regularly, you're not going to be able to understand their message very easily. You will need a lot of practice, but trust me, just the act of listening to your emotions, creating that space, maybe 15 minutes every day. What are my emotions telling me? Can I spend some time with myself? What are my thoughts that are creating all of those emotions? Are they actually true? What would help me feel good about this situation? What would help me feel more lined up with my own desire about this topic, right? All of these are such important questions to ask yourself. So my ask for you, my friend, your emotions are your best friend, and there is no other way for you to be joyful other than really understand the intelligence your emotions bring you. That's your only way to be joyful while growing, like truly. So carve out that time. Sit with yourself, understand your emotions, put the zoom light on inside and really take time to understand how your brain is wired to think and feel. That's all I have. Okay, bye.